So, with that being said, here is the video. Enjoy. This is my first impression of Destiny, which is an upcoming action role-playing first-person shooter video game in a mythic science fiction open-world setting. It is being developed by Bungie and being published by Activision. Destiny is set 700 years into the future in a post-apocalyptic setting following a prosperous period of exploration, peace, and technological advancement known as the Golden Age, in a universe where humans have spread out and colonized planets in the solar system. An event known as the Collapse saw the mysterious dissolution of these colonies, the end of the Golden Age, and mankind teetering on the brink of extinction. The only known survivors of the collapse are those living on Earth who were saved by the Traveler, a white spherical celestial body whose appearance centuries before had enabled humans to reach the stars. The Traveler now hovers above the last remaining human city, and its presence allows the guardians of the city, the last defenders of the human race, the ability to wield an unknown power only referred to as the Light. Now that we've gotten the story and the plot and who's doing what out of the way, let's get into my actual impression of the game. Now that you understand what the game's about, you can now understand where I'm coming from when I try to explain how the impression has left an impression on me. Impression, cheese. Graphically, Destiny is an absolute 10. It's a complete showstopper. The game is absolutely beautiful. I might even say it's on the level of Killzone Shadowfall's quality, but they take the single player essence and put it in the multiplayer where it never turns off. That's where it shines. The lighting works amazing, making the dark areas even a little more dark to the point where you have to use your flashlight. But even with your flashlight, it's still so dark that you can only see a few feet in front of you. It's quite breathtaking, really. The creating your character is so simple, and although quite limited in the Destiny public alpha, shows a beautiful concept that's just asking to be fleshed out. While playing the game, you would think for an alpha there would be known stutters, frame rate issues, glitches. There's none. Playing the game, there was none. It's quite a feat in today's world of gaming. Even while running around the world with your character feels heavy and fluid. Nothing feels too jumpy or too slow. Everything feels perfect. You're like a tank on a battlefield with a ninja skill. It's beautiful. Now, of course, with every game that gets released like this in an alpha state, there's always going to be a few bad things, and now I'm going to list what I think is wrong with the game. While not very many, it's quite limited, it's still a worthy note of mentioning what is going on with the public alpha in case you never got into it. The main town, or otherwise the main area of the game, is called the Tower, and it consists from everything from buying potions to buying armor to buying weapons to buying diagrams to everything. Think of it like an Ogrimmar of World of Warcraft. The town is also subdivided into 3 sub-areas, hence why I said the Ogrimmar, how Ogrimmar is built up into like the trade, the skill area, then the main war chief. That's what's really cool. I mean, it's a very big, alive, open area. There's tons of NPCs everywhere. They're talking. You can listen to them. It's beautiful. And the 3 classes that Destiny actually boasts currently in the alpha, we don't know, there might be more added later on, is the Hunter, who's basically the rogue of the game. You know, he's just standing far back. He's got his scout rifle. He's taking guys out. He's quick and quite fragile. Then you have the Warlock, who's just kind of the spellcaster. He's kind of the Hunter meets the Titan. He can get up front when he uses his abilities, but he has to get back every once in a while. Then you have the Titan, which is obviously the warrior. The classes are quite similar to if you've ever played an MMO. They play the exact same way as you would think they would. Every moment fighting in Destiny really has that tense feel of almost death. The guns feel accurate. The netcode's on par. You know, when you're shooting a guy, the bullets aren't going past him. They're actually going through him and hurting him. It's beautiful. The PvP is awesome in Killzone, although a little limited right now considering it is the alpha. The PvP really needs some more unique features, because as of right now, it's just Call of Duty meets Battlefield with a Killzone ability. It's kind of like a mix of all of them. If you've ever played, a Sniper Elite or a game like, oh, I can't remember the name, Spec Ops: The Line, that's kind of how the game plays. It's really nice for the shooting and stuff, but once you're in a town, it's 3D. You're not 3D, sorry, you're in third person, you're running around, you can see what your character looks like, but yet when you're on the battlefield, you don't see the face, they're wearing their armor. It's awesome. Questing altogether, if you can even call it that, feels odd. It doesn't feel quite right yet, although each quest does differ from objective to objective to what you have to do to the type of enemies you fight. There's no sense of progression. Right now, you're just basically running around in this open world they've given you, and you're going to beacon to beacon. to pick up these quests, but you never know if you've actually done them yet. And that's what's so hard about it. Because if you have no sense of direction, where do you go from here and there? When me and my friends were playing, for instance, we were running into areas where there's level 8s because we didn't know where to go. We were just kind of killing things, running around, doing the missions, but then some of the missions in a level 2 area would take you to a level 8 area. It didn't really make much sense. And there's no real direction from the beginning. You're just basically told, go to here, and anything that's on the way there, you can do. While that may be really nice for games of an open RPG aspect, which I guess Destiny really is, you need some sort of go here, but you can do whatever you want instead of saying, here you go, you're on Earth now. The blind progression can work for some games, and for others, not really. Destiny, it might work, but as a public alpha with not much to do and only going to level 8 only, you are kind of limited in what you can do and what you can try. Although I will say the public events are very cool. The way the drop ships come in, they drop the big enemy, and these guys are no joke. You really cannot do this with a minimum of 2 people. 2 people and plus can beat them. 1 person, you might as well just run away because you're not going to be able to do it unless you're really, really good. Other than that, being the PvP not being that fleshed out, the questing feeling odd. Maybe we could even use a little more story in what's going on other than the opening cinematic. I guess it is alpha, so I shouldn't be saying that, but we do need a little bit more in order to judge what is happening in the game. All in all, the Destiny Public Alpha is a great showcase of what Destiny is and how it is going to grow as a game and IP. Although there were some wrongs that I did feel like I had to mention, the goods completely overcome it. The Destiny is a fun game, it's a blast, it's so refreshing and new. It's a whole new take on the FPS genre. And not even to mention adding that third-person element when you're in the city and town so you can see what your character looks like from gaining all this armor. Because otherwise, you're going to spend a half an hour to an hour in the character creation and then never see the person's face again or their armor. So that's what's really nice. You can customize your character and see them in the town, which is when you really want to see your character. You don't want to see your character when you're running around shooting things, because that first-person immersion really brings out a whole new level of what Destiny could possibly bring in the future. As of right now, I would give this game a 7 out of 10. Just in a broad overview, 7 out of 10. And that is the Jax effect. That is my impression of Destiny. Thank you for watching and have a good time playing the Destiny Public Alpha. Hey guys, Jax here. I just want to give a big thank you for watching my video. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. No hard feelings. Tell me why you didn't like it in the comments, because that's the only way I'm going to grow as a person. And criticism is always welcome in my world. So, thank you for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.